Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Carly.
Can I call you that?
Sure.
If you'd like, you can hang your jacket up over there.
Okay.
Can I get you water or anything today?
No thanks. I'm fine.
All right, then let's take a seat. How are you doing today?
Okay. I'm pretty stressed out of what's going on in my life.
Okay.
I guess I'll just get right into it with you if that's okay.
Well, before you start, I'd actually like to go over confidentiality with you.
Okay.
So anything that is said between the two of us will stay between the two of us.
Okay.
Except for a few things I'll have to discuss with my supervisor.
Okay.
If I think you are going to be a harm to yourself or others, I am able to mention it to other professionals for your own safety.
Okay.
A few other things. This room is a safe space, and if there's anything I can do to make it more comfortable, please let me know.
Okay.
All right. Then, what brought you in today?
So a little backstory, I guess. I'm kind of working right now in this dead-end job.
Okay.
On top of that, I'm also a part-time student.
All right.
So I guess I'm kind of just feeling very bombarded with all these finances that are due, for school, plus personal finances that are going on, and I'm just kind of, I guess I'm just feeling like I'm at a crossroads of, what am I supposed to do? Should I leave my dead-end job, or, maybe I should just drop out of school? I don't really know, because I don't know how I'm going to survive, or that's just how I'm feeling with all this financial stress on top of me.
Okay, so I'm getting the sense that the financial situation is really where you're struggling, and that's what's causing you to think you might need a new job?
Yeah, totally. It's just like I said, it's so stressful. I have all these different finances, not just school. I mean, tuition is definitely a big one, but also, just like I said, things in general, that are due. I live on my own. I have all these bills that are due, and, my dead-end job isn't like it pays a great sum of money. It doesn't. So I just don't know what to do. Like I said, I feel stressed out. I'm confused as to where I should be going.
So I'm getting the sense that you feel like you're in a very difficult situation between school and work, and you're not sure what to cut back on or where to make the changes.
Yeah, and I just wonder, if I am going to leave this dead-end job that pays a mediocre amount, will another place even want to hire me? And if so, are they even going to want to pay me more than what I'm making right now? And if not, then, why put myself through such stress in that with trying to find somewhere else to go? I just don't know what to do.
Can you tell me more about your school?
So I go to school 3 times a week in the evenings, and also all day on Saturday. So there's no possible way I could be getting a part-time job. I work 8 to 4, Monday to Friday, and then I have school 6 to 9 in the evening. Okay. So there's no point in just having an hour to work before I start a class during the week, in the evenings. And it's a lot, and it's heavy as far as the schooling part is concerned. And, like I said, tuition is coming up. That's going to be due soon too. And I have some money put aside, but it's not like I can put a great deal of money aside trying to pay out of pocket for my schooling with this dead-end job that I'm currently working in. So it's just very,
So regarding
overwhelming is the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Regarding your schooling, you're in school weekends and evenings. So you're looking for a job that could be Monday to Friday, 8 till 4, or around that time.
Ideally, that would be great. I mean, I'm not opposed to working, a little later, as long as I'm obviously still making it to my classes by 6 o'clock. The last thing I really want to do is drop out of school. That's one of my main goals I have for myself right now. And I just, I'd rather find somewhere that's higher paying, if that's the case, so I can still be in school. So, I mean, hours are really, not the main problem, I think. It's just how am I going to do this? Where do I go from here? I'm not really sure.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about your job?
Right now I'm just, I work as a secretary.
Okay.
It's, like I said, it kind of just feels like a dead-end job, because with all the changes in technology, it just kind of feels like they'll be phasing out secretaries in general, and there's no room for moving up within the company. So, do I stay? Do I go? I'm kind of in limbo about the whole thing. And I definitely don't want to, move to a different job. Like I said earlier, that's just going to pay equally, if not less than I'm already making now. So that's kind of where I'm at right now as far as my work history is concerned.
Okay.
And I don't have like an extensive work history in general. I was offered this position through a family friend, straight out of high school, and I've just been there ever since. And I mean, it's okay. It's gotten me by, but now it's kind of a new ballgame with being back in school. And, now it just kind of feels stagnant and dead-ended. And like, I don't know what I should do.
And can I ask you quickly what you're taking in school?
I'm taking law.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I one day would hope to be a lawyer.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a long road ahead, and I've just kind of, I'm a year and a half about into the program right now. So, I mean, still relatively new into the program, but I mean, I don't want to drop the program. This has like been my lifetime dream, and I finally got in. I've had really great grades ever since I was a young child. Yeah, like I don't want to drop out of school.
So from what I'm understanding, your job isn't really related to your school right now. Would that be something that you would consider a priority in finding a new job?
I mean, it would definitely help. I think it would look good on a resume. Like I said, if it's willing to pay more, sure, why not? That's kind of my priority right now, is just to have a really good paying job, which is kind of unrealistic, I guess, but I just don't know what to do. How do I pay for these things? How do I pay for all these expenses with the current wage that I'm making right now? I don't know how to do it.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about your situation?
Well, I recently went through a really bad breakup with my ex of 4 years.
Okay.
He basically moved out. Things obviously weren't working. He moved back home. He left me with all the bills. So like our rent that we used to share, all the utility bills that we used to share. I mean, the catch-22, I guess, in the whole thing is that he took the car, which rightfully, yes, was his, but now that also kind of limits me from where I can even, go. I rely a lot heavier now on my family to help me get to school and work, because bus fare is another expense. So, yeah, that's kind of like what I'm going through right now, and it's just really hard trying to pay for all these things. That's not even including, my personal things like groceries or clothing and, things like that.
So what I'm grasping here is that you're really feeling a financial strain since you and your boyfriend recently broke up.
Yeah.
That you are struggling to pay for groceries and rent and your bills, as well as school on top of that.
Yep.
And that you are finding that this might be caused from your job.
I think so. I couldn't see it any other way. I mean, I only have the one job, and like I said, it's not even ideal if I was to pick up another job because I'm in school in the evenings, so there's just no way that I can do it. And, so I'm not sure, what I can do with that. And if there's any hope even for somebody like me who's in this kind of situation. Like, my parents are by far not rich. They're not even together anymore. It's my mom, her boyfriend, and then I have brothers and sisters who are a lot younger than I am. So I know they're busy, and I don't want to rely on my parents, My boyfriend can do that with his family, but not for me.
So from what I'm understanding, the major strain here is your financials. So would you like to focus on that right now and see if we can maybe find some solutions to help you financially, and that might change your stress levels and then maybe give you some more room to look for a new job?
Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea, because I think, if I start with my finances and put my energy into that, then maybe that, like you said, will alleviate some of that stress that I'm feeling, because I just feel like giving up, and, I know I can't, because law is so important to me. So, yeah, if we focus on that, that'd be really good.
Okay. Have you looked into student financial aids at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, that might be a good step to start. There is usually within schools, they have financial aids that you can talk about and go see someone.
Okay.
There's also provincial student loans. So if you would like, I can get you the number for that and I can help you out there. And then another resource we can look into is scholarships.
Okay.
And that's not 100% guaranteed, but it is at least a shot. And then you can try to get a little extra money from there as well. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss about that?
I guess I just don't know how to really go about even applying for some of these scholarships. I mean, to me, that seems like it would just be adding more to the stress, and I don't really know the ins and outs of how to apply for some of these scholarships or where to even look for some of these scholarships. So that kind of seems like right now it's kind of overwhelming. Like it would be more of a burden than it would be helpful.
Okay, so it sounds like you're kind of at a crossroads in wanting to receive help financially, but then it's also just going to stress you out a bit more because it's a lot of work.
I guess it's just because I don't really know what to, I don't really know the process of how to go about getting a scholarship because I've never applied for one before. So I guess I'm more concerned that it would be more stress than it would help.
Okay, so maybe we can take a step back from the scholarships then, and instead we can look more at the financial aid because there's not as much personal stress that will go into that. So if you'd like, we can focus on that first.
Okay.
And discuss financial aid, and I can help you meet with the people that you need to get in contact with.
Okay.
And then I can even help you with that as well if you're finding it too stressful.
Okay, that would be good. I don't know anybody's contact information as far as the financial aid. I don't really know who to talk to or really where to look as far as, getting that figured out. So I'm not really sure if that's something that you could help me with or.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Oh, okay. And then I guess another thing too would be, figuring out how to disperse my current wage with all the extra expenses. I think that's one of my major stressors also.
Okay.
Is my wage with my dead-end job. So yeah, I don't know how we'd want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, well, from what I'm understanding here from this brief meeting we've had so far is that you're a very goal-oriented person and that you are choosing to put yourself through school to increase your lifestyle and your living. So if we can maybe focus on one thing at a time and slowly work through it, and then hopefully we can get you to the end point where you want to be.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to clarify, maybe discuss today?
I mean, I guess my mode of transportation, because that is a big part of something that's kind of a barricade right now for me in terms of, because now that my boyfriend completely, took off, like I said, I don't want to rely a lot on my family, but at the same time, I kind of feel obligated, like I have to, because how else am I supposed to get to work and or to school? So yeah, I don't know really where to go from there as far as the transportation.
Well, maybe for now, if you're able to keep relying on friends and family until we can figure out a better situation or look into using a transit system. And then maybe that can be something we look into as well when helping you find a new job, that it can be maybe closer to home or closer to school, and that way there's not as much transportation going on throughout the day.
That would be a good idea.
Okay. Is there anything else maybe that you'd like to talk about school-wise?
I mean,
or do you think you've shared a lot about that today already?
I mean, aside from the financial stress of school things that are going on, I'm not really sure there's anything really left to be said. I mean, I do have great marks in the program already that I'm in.
That's good.
But yeah, my biggest concern was the financial part of it that I was sharing with you earlier. That aside, I think, finances aside, I think I'm still kind of trying to mentally process this whole breakup that I've recently just gone through, because it just kind of seemed like all the financial stress and then all the stress with my breakup on top of it. It just seems like it's just been a emotional overhaul, and that I don't know if that's maybe something that you could help me with, or referring me to someone else that could help with things of that nature as far as my breakup is concerned. But I mean, that's kind of heavy, weighing heavy on me right now too. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of things you could do for me in terms of that breakup.
Okay, well, let me just make sure I'm getting everything correctly here. So you and your boyfriend broke up, and you're finding that is having a huge stressor financially and emotionally, as well as you are finding your job dead end and it's not paying enough. And that is also including your school and being stressed with your school work and your transportation to get from home and school and work.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, and can I just ask you to clarify here what your expectations are of me?
I guess I'm just kind of hoping that you'll be able to kind of guide me either to someone or to somewhere that would be able to help me figure out these financial difficulties, and maybe also to help me overcome this emotional burden that I'm kind of feeling in terms of the relationship breakup. And I guess that would be my hopes from meeting with you today.
Okay. So how about we just review the session quickly and some of the things we discussed, and you can just let me know if you're okay with that.
Okay.
So we discussed about focusing first on your financial aid for school, and getting that aid might help you out with transportation, and it might relieve some stress, which will also help with your emotional stress as well.
Yeah.
So if we work on that, and then next session, we can also discuss a little bit more about the financial aid. I'll look into that for you this week.
Okay.
And then if you feel stressed, that's okay. I can also do it. But if you'd like to maybe see if you can contact anyone at the school, just that way we can get more information and put it together. And then next week, depending on how we are viewing your financial situation, we can maybe also start looking at opportunities for new jobs.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah?
That sounds super.
Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to discuss today, or?
No, I mean, I definitely feel a lot better about, having come in and at least, getting that off my chest, because that's such a burden for me. So, I mean, I know this is a step in the right direction for sure. And I definitely look forward to meeting with you again next week and discussing some of those options.
All right. Well, perfect. It was great to meet with you today,
Carly. Thank you for meeting with me, Sarah.
Yeah, and I look forward to our next session.
Thank you. Likewise.